silk and pickin' when I really get to clickin', but I'm looking for a sister to revive and win a kissin'. If you want some never, just let me know.
And here we go again, guys, with another test review. This time today we are on a 2019 Softail Slim. So let's kick it with the specs. Now you guys have seen the specs, let's have a listen to the sound. And just to make it clear, this bike is completely stock, so don't expect too much. The last experience I had on a Softail Slim was actually the 2000 and let me get this right, 17 version. So I went on a Slim S and I absolutely loved it. And what I loved about that bike the most was the look and the way, or not the way, but how it felt in terms of the riding aspect. This bike, in terms of the look, I am super duper digging it. I think what I like is that it's a complete stripped down version of the Softail. So even in terms of the wheels, they very much remind me of the Sportster 48. I love the front aspect of the bike. So the forks, you've got these thick oversized forks that gives you that Harley look. And then you've got the LED light. A great feature now that is included all in with the Softail range. I love the Hollywood bars. I've been on these earlier today, and in terms of how comfortable it is, it's a much better ride. And actually flicking the bike about, it's pretty good. I know with this bike as well, the way it's positioned, the seat height means that I'll be able to throw it about quite a bit. So without further ado, let's get on with it. In terms of my stats then, guys, I'm 5'9", 70.3 kilo. So when getting on the bike, let's see how this feels. In terms of the seat height, it is really, really low. I think that's one of the great things about Harley Davidson. The seat height in most of the range is low. So height challenge people are also included in the range. As I'm sitting on the bike, again, starting from the front, the controls, the Hollywood bars nicely slung back at me, which means that in terms of the riding aspect, it's going to feel nice and comfortable and easy to maneuver. In terms of the footboards as well, very similar to forward controls, apart from it's just got a larger surface area. It's going to be super comfy for long distance riding, especially. Going back to the hand controls then, as in all Harley Davidson, it is a very simple operation. On the right hand side, you've got engine stop start, and then ignition, got your hazards, and then just below that you've got your right cancelling indicator. Going over to the left hand side of the hand controls, you've got headlight, main beam, then you've got the horn. It's not exactly loud. And then you've got the self-cancelling indicator on the left. And then you've got the cycle button. So if we look straight ahead, so in terms of the cycle button then, at the start you've got the range, so I've got 140 miles left, plenty for today. The time, RPM, total miles the bike's done, so it's only 21. Trip A, trip B, there you go, job done, guys. Very simplistic, and again, for a newbie jumping on a bike, it's perfect. As of all my test reviews, guys, we're going to go down to Beachy Head today. So we're going to test out manoeuvrability, the performance of the Milwaukee engine, looking at the brakes, everything. So I'll be giving you direct feedback there. So without further ado, let's get cracking, because the light is going. Whoa! I've been on the bike for a couple of minutes, guys, so I want to give you some feedback straight away just on how the bike feels. One of the things that I've changed about the way I do test reviews, I am deliberately not looking at specs now, just because you can sometimes see the specs and make some assumptions about how the bike's going to handle. So straight off the bat, so the handlebars themselves, as I mentioned, Hollywood bars, super duper comfortable, just below my shoulder line. Just in terms of maneuvering the bike about, it's just so easy with these bars. It's really, really good. The seat's relatively comfortable, but I think one of the things that's making my ride super comfortable is definitely these footboards in that forward control position, and I just love the way I can fully stretch out, have my heels on the footboards and just completely relax. It's coming on to the roundabout, right indicator on, shifting up into second, as I move around. I'm going to do a full 360, guys, so I can feel exactly what the maneuverability is like. It's feeling really, really good. I can really lean it in, but already I can sense if I go over a little bit more, those footboards are going to start scraping. So let's come out this roundabout, and then let's open it up. What I am enjoying with these bikes straight away is that Milwaukee 8 engine. I am such a massive fan of it. You know, I think the 107 is a nice balance. You get a little bit more with the 114. And clearly, as you've probably seen in some of my other vlogs, we go to the 117, it's a completely different beast. But let's remind ourselves, we are riding Harley Davidsons, not sports bikes. So in terms of the 107, for the guys and girls that just want to cruise about, go on the motorway, it's perfect. Coming up to the next part of the test is the rolling start into the roundabout, as long as no cars are oncoming, which they aren't, which is great. Sliding in, lean hard right. Oh, that's good. That's really good, I like it. I love the way I could just lean right, lean left, it just responds really well. No issues with counter steering. Yeah, the bike just feels perfectly neutral, as in nicely balanced. Again, coming into another roundabout, little bit of back brake, lean into the right, then to the left, easy. As we come into the 60, one of the things I'm looking for is the touring capability on it, if you like. So are there any vibrations coming through at the national speed limit, any vibrations coming through the footboards? So that's something I've recognised on earlier models. So as we're moving along, I just can't get over the comfort of these handlebars. They are really nice, and I think in terms of the bike, it suits it so well. It's got that laid back, you know, just cruising feel about it. In terms of the vibrations, absolutely nothing at all, which is really, really good. I just feel like I'm on a big fluffy cushion, I guess. I definitely give it a big thumbs up so far. One of the things I love about Harley Davidson is how much you can throw it about, and using this test ride, you know, you can really suss that out. And just going into those twisties, it just gives you the opportunity to make sure it does what it says in the tin, and it's good, it's really good. It's just, what's weird, guys, and I understand if you're new to this you won't know about it, but because there's no aftermarket exhaust on it, it just feels quiet as hell. But in terms of the ride, it's really comfortable. Suspension is definitely handling well, and it's got that pulling power which you would really, really need. Coming into a nice little twisty left hand side, leaning it in. So much sun glare at the moment. Open it up, and again, you've got that power. I always think about what is the type of person that's going to purchase a Softail Slim, and for me it's someone who's just cruising about, going from point A to point B. Obviously, guys, it's got a solo seat, so it's a selfish bike, no room for the other half, but in terms of this bike, you can just do so much to it. I mean, for me, straight away, sticking a set of nice pipes on with a good air cleaner is a must. Having said that, keeping it just in stock form, it still looks a good looking bike. In terms of colours, you've got a massive colour range for this bike. I'll just stick it up on the top of the screen. So I think for me, going for I think I'd probably be quite conservative on this and go for a black. One of the things I like to test is how good this bike is at overtaking, so let's see what it's like. Looking at my shoulders, clear. Nice, getting in line. Up ahead's clear. Shoulder check, open it up. And this is what I mean, guys, the 107, you've just got enough power. So don't feel like you've got to have the 114 because it's bigger and it's got more numbers. It's not quite as simple as that. We're now coming into the touring aspect of the test course. Test course, what do I sound like? One of the things I'm noticing, guys, because the weather temperature, my flipping visor's steaming up massively. Coming into a right turn, dropping it down, little bit of back brake, just opening it up. What I am enjoying again is just the manoeuvrability of this bike. It is really gripping the roads, but as always, got to be a little bit cautious. New tyres and all. Trying to overtake this. What a monster! It's taken over 2 flipping lanes. Ah, here we go. Okay, so the front end's handling really well on this road. This road is Typically a bit of a tester for me to see if the front end twitches or not, which it isn't. The only thing that's making me twitchy are these cyclists. Oh! And then coming into a left turn, this is relatively tight, but the Softail is just eating it. No issues at all. It's like I'm just touching the handlebars and it's responded. Let's get it out on this open road. If you guys are looking at a Softail to purchase, you have got so much choice, and each one definitely appeals to, I think, a certain type of riding style that you would like. You know, you look at the Fat Bobs, that's definitely a different Harley Davidson look, but they've all got one thing in common: great suspension, good engines, and just a whole lot of fun. Let's just open it up on this right bend, way, and then into a left, dropping down the gears, looking at that beautiful view. Look at those cliffs, beautiful. And then just opening it up, listening to that engine roar. Coming into the final bit of the test, guys, which is the twisties. So it's the, I'm going to say, yeah, definitely a tight left and then a tight right. Let's just see what this Softail Slim responds like. Coming into the first part, dropping it down, absolutely fine there. Coming into a tight right, leaning in a little bit of back brake as I'm moving along. Nice. Dropping it down one more. Oh, should have stuck in third, but I'm in second. Class. And then open it up. Beautiful. No problems at all. So my final thoughts on this bike: did I like it? Did I not? Is it worth it? Now, before I start, let's just put up the price somewhere on the top. So with that in mind, did I like it? Absolutely yes. It is a fantastic bike. The handling on it is great. Ergonomics is perfect. I know the 107 is powerful enough. It's got the big tank, so it's got plenty of fuel in it for long distance riding. So overall, yes, it definitely gets a thumbs up from me if I get it in the right gear. Still not in the right gear, now I'm in the right gear. So the next question you're going to ask yourself is, would you buy it? For me personally, I wouldn't go for the Softail Slim. The reason why, well, I'm the kind of person that just likes to customize too much, and I think with a bike like this, you've got to leave it as it is. You don't want to start chopping the fender and all that type of stuff, in my personal opinion. The Slim is designed to look this way, so if you love it the way it is, then absolutely you should go for this bike. And that's it from me, guys. Just gonna cruise home now, all the way back to show Harley Davidson. If you enjoy the vlog, make sure you hit that like button. I do appreciate it. And if you aren't a subscriber, make sure you hit that subscribe button. But as always, guys, all the best, stay safe. And coming into the winter, for goodness sake, make sure you're wrapped up warm. Motonewbrider.